Alrighty, how's it going, everyone? Today we have a fun video because we are looking at the Universus Godzilla Challenger Series decks. This video is coming in a little late. These have been out for, I think, a week now, close to a week, because I recorded this once live on stream at twitch.tv/brodenkanen and had some copyright music in the background, so we couldn't use it. Yay! So we're going to go through it again, and we're going to talk about these awesome decks. For anyone new to the game, Universus is a collectible card game that lets you build the deck around a character from a variety of fantastic IPs, such as My Hero Academia, Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Stampede, Critical Role, and now Godzilla. In this video, we're just going to be opening and talking about the Godzilla deck, but you can keep an eye out for my next video where I'll be opening and talking about the Ghidorah and Rodan deck as well. Okay, let's start by looking at the Godzilla deck. So these decks contain one sealed deck. They contain a booklet that talks about the different cards and even works as a collector mark-off for the different cards. And they contain, maybe the best part, the collector's booster packs, where we can pull some foil versions of the commons and uncommons and alternative alt cards, which they're beautiful. And those alt art cards can also be a character, which are the rarest pulls. Let's dive on in. So I've already removed the tape from the sides. Let's get it open. And we can see we have our deck sealed up. A nice plastic casing. We have our booklet for all the different cards in the deck. And we have our booster pack, which I will set to the side. All right. So looking at the booklet, you can see the different cards, which is pretty cool. You get a peek at all the art and even look at what the cards do. And then you have these check marks so you can actually keep track of the different cards you have and what come in the deck. You can see if you have the alt version. And I believe Ghidorah is in the back. You have the Ghidorah decks. And all of the art cards in the very back with the booster pack. Very cool. And here we have our deck. The first thing I noticed when opening these cards is that the quality of the cards themselves, like the actual cardboard basically, is very nice. They're very sturdy, and I love that. You can tell the effort in the entire production cycle of these decks was very high. It's awesome. First, we have our Godzilla, the staple, man himself, king of the monsters. So this is our character card. A giant monster, 6-hander with 34 health. And he likes to play large attacks. He likes to play difficulty 5. Attacks, they all get 3 damage. You can make your next checks easier by spending momentum. And he has a board wipe. First form once per game. Commit, discard 4 cards. Destroy all foundations. All foundations gone. Oh, that's pretty cool. He is a fun board wipe monster of destruction. Next we have Kiryu. So each deck comes with the staple monster. So we have Godzilla, Mothra, and then there's Ghidorah and Rodan. But each deck also comes with a Mecha Godzilla variant. So this one is Mecha Godzilla Kiryu, a 5-hander for 34 health. Also giant monster, of course. Focus. There we go. In this monster likes to spend cards from their hand to pay for EX and powerful abilities. And also every time you play a card with a printed 5 or greater difficulty, you draw a card. So you play, draw, kind of helping out with that 5-hander problem in the game. And last for this deck, we have Mothra. The beautiful Moth herself, 8-hander for 21. Very long span, almost like the wings. At the end of your start of your end phase, you discard 1 card. So you do have to go down to being a 7-hander basically at the start of your end phase. But you can commit for speed or minus speed, and you can spend 2 momentum to ready this card. So you can give yourself speed or take away speed multiple times a turn. Very pretty. Next, we're going into our actual cards in the deck. The actions in these decks are crazy. City Rampage. First of all, I love the art on this card. This is a crazy card, as well as the other action in the other deck. While this card is in your card pool, all your attacks get +1 speed, +1 damage, and you play this as a form. All of your checks to play printed difficulty 5 or greater attacks get +2. So this lets you string very high difficulty attacks with each other. Very potent. It's a very potent card. We get 2 of those. Next, we have Gathering Energy, a unique asset. I like to think of this as the gamble card. It can come in handy greatly later in your game, or it could do nothing. So this card essentially lets you remove the top card of your deck after you take damage, and you can't look at it, so it has to stay face down. And then you can remove this card to look at those face down cards and choose up to 2 of them and pick them up. And you turn the rest face up so you can see them. So it's like you're stockpiling, you're gathering energy, and later in the game, you're choosing those cards and using them. So it's pretty cool. Can be a gamble. You might have all foundations in there, might have any attacks, but maybe you need the foundations. So yeah, it's a pretty fun card. All right, next is Electric Moth. This is a rare attack. Charged, ranged, 3 high for 4. This is a draw. It's a draw machine. You discard 1, draw 2, or potentially 3. And you can ready your character if it's a giant. So I think any of these characters can be readied, and also Mount Lady 2 can be used as giant enhance. So I think it's a pretty good attack, especially for 4. Replaces some other draw cards out there, and very cool. Heat Ray, a big blast. 7 low for 6. Give it +1 damage for every 2 cards in your discard pile with difficulty 5 or greater, kind of BFE-esque from Critical Role. And if this attack deals damage, you flip 2 rival foundations. So it's pretty potent if it deals damage. Just take 2 out of the game. And it has Deadlocks on 3, which is pretty cool. History's Greatest Monster. A foundation built for the Zilla. After you play a card with a printed difficulty 5 or greater, you ready it. So it helps you check those bigger attacks. And Deadlock Enhance. Commit this card, your attack gains throw. So you give some of those big beefy attacks throw, which is nice. I believe our last rare is a foundation. Shobijin's Message. Flip, play a block, you give it breaker 2. Pretty nice. Just an easy add breaker 2 to your blocks. All right, we're going to try to speed through the rest of the deck. We go a little bit faster, but starting off, we have Destructive Slam, a throw attack, 4 mid for 5. After this attack deals 7 or more damage, your rival destroys a foundation. Next, we have Flying Zap, a 3 high for 2. After this attack deals damage, you add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Next, we have Kaiju Clash, a 6 mid for 5 with powerful 3 on it. Mega Burst, with stun 0, 5 mid for 5. After you play this attack, it gets +1 to its stun rating for each attack in your card pool. You could play this as a second or third attack and give it stun 2 or stun 3. You can destroy a foundation and it gets +2 speed or +2 damage. Alrighty, Smashing Stomp, 4 low for 6, has EX3, so you can juice its speed up. Enhance, your next check to play an attack gets +1, so you can help string those larger attacks. And response, if it deals damage, draw a card. Always nice to have. Ferocious Attacker. Enhance Flip. If your rival has lost health this turn, draw a card. We love more draw. Incomparable Size. Flip. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. Monster Aggression. Enhance, destroy 1 foundation. Your attack with printed difficulty 5 or greater gets +1 speed and +1 damage. Scree-Onk. The Scree-Onk card. Moth Monster. One of my favorite cards in the deck. Enhance Commit. This attack gets -2 speed. If you have taken damage from a rival attack this turn, it gets -3 speed instead and 6 control. Titanic Combat. Response Commit. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, build the top card of your deck face down, committed. Enhance on your attack, commit. This attack gets +2 damage and your rival commits 1 foundation. Tough Skin. Enhance Flip. This attack gets -1 damage. Unmatched power. First enhance remove. This attack gets +X damage. X equals its printed difficulty. And last but not least, unstoppable force with deflect 2. Enhance commit. Return your attack to its printed speed. Also a Skreonk card. And that is it for the Godzilla and Mothra deck. As you can see, there are some very fun and crazy, powerful cards in this deck, along with the 3 characters in it. In my next video, I'll be opening up the Ghidorah and Rodan decks. We'll be talking about the cards inside and going over those. And if you want to see what's in the collector booster pack, I'll be opening them up on twitch.tv/BrodenCanon and also be posting them as YouTube shorts. I want to thank you all for watching the video. I'm very excited to start putting out some more Universus content. I really love and enjoy playing this game, and I hope you do as well.